I'm going to be ranking the best auctionable cards right now in NBA 2K23 Myteam. We have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 40 of the best auctionable cards currently in Myteam. If you guys don't know what an auctionable card is going to be a card you can buy off the auction house compared to like a lock-in card, a collection card, or a free card. Those are not going to be on this tier list, only cards you guys can find directly off the auction house, and I'll be ranking them from the tier S all the way down to the D tier category. So first auctionable card here is going to be the Galaxy Opal AK-47, who I think you got to put in that A tier category just because of his defense and his two-way abilities. A 6'9" small forward with a 7-foot wingspan, and we know AK is still going to be one of the best defensive cards in the game, and they also gave him an amazing jump shot, the tray fade and tray dribble sigs. So I do think AK-47 easily going to be in that A tier category. I would say the Dark Matter Hero Bull is one of the best auctionable cards in the game, because a card like Chet, he's going to be from a lock-in set, so he's not going to be here on this tier list, which means Bull is definitely going to be the best auctionable small forward in the game, being a 7'2" small forward, 7'7" wingspan, has amazing all-around stats and badges, really good dribble sigs with the Kyle Lowry size up, the tray escape. He's got his jump shot on very quick timing, which is not a bad jump shot. So Bull definitely going to be in the S tier category, one of the best auctionable cards currently in the game. Now on the flip side of that, I think the Dark Matter Playoff Steph Curry probably going to be in the D tier category. Not to say that he's a bad card or a bad auctionable point guard, it's just these are some of the best cards in the game. So comparing them to a 6'3" Steph Curry card, I think he's going to have to be in the D tier category, even though he's super fun to use, and you can definitely still cook with this card if you know what you're doing with Steph Curry, and he can be very elite on the offensive end. He's just going to be a liability on defense. Not to say he's a bad card necessarily, there's just going to be so many elite auctionable cards in the game on this list. Cards like Pink Diamond Peter, cards like Dark Matter Shea, at the point guard position, I think gotta go in that B tier category. You look at a card like Shea, he's gonna be 6'6", so taller than Steph Curry. He's also got a 6'11" wingspan, so great wingspan on the card. All around stats and badges are gonna be pretty much perfect. His jump shot is super quick and also very easy to green. He's got the D-Mitch fade, he's got the Kyle Lowry size up, he's got the tray escape, quick drops off one, and front clutches as well. I don't know if Shea's necessarily an A tier auctionable card. I think he's probably going to be somewhere in that B tier category alongside Pink Diamond Peter, who's a great 7'2" center with a 7'10" wingspan and just plays elite level defense in the game. So I do think both these cards deserve to be in that B tier category. I think Bill Russell going to be on the same tier as AK-47. Very similar small forwards in the sense that they play really good defense, and Bill Russell still one of the best defending cards in the game, and also does have great size and a great player model at that small forward position. Hero Ben Simmons, I think's got to be in the S tier category. I think he's one of the best, if not the best point guard in the game. 6'11" at the 7-foot wingspan, and probably the best defending point guard in the game currently. So I think you got to go Ben Simmons in the probably in the S tier category. I would say LeBron is in C tier, right in between like a Steph Curry and a Shea. I think he's a great all-around small forward. He still plays elite level defense. He's great at slashing to the basket, but is he going to be on the AK-47 or Bill Russell level? At this stage of my team, I would say probably not. So for me personally, LeBron's going to be in that C tier category. Invincible T-Mac got to go in the S tier category. I mean, T-Mac is probably the best auctionable, or one of the best auctionable cards in the game. He's the only invincible right now in my team. He's 6'8" at the shooting guard position, 7'2" wingspan. He's got perfect stats, 55 total Hall of Fame badges, which is absolutely unreal. And then he's also got the best jump shot in the game on very quick timing. He's got pretty good dribble sigs. That's really the only thing they can improve on T-Mac, is giving him slightly better dribble sigs and maybe completely max out his defensive tendencies. But all around invincible T-Mac gotta be in that S tier category. Tyson Chandler, I would say, is probably C tier. I don't think he's as bad as a card as Steph Curry. I don't think he's as bad as Steph Curry. Not to say that Curry's a bad card, but I just don't think that Curry's on that LeBron or Tyson Chandler level. Tyson's a really good defensive card, has a great player modeling game, but I do think he's slightly worse than a card like Pink Diamond Peter. Vince Carter, I might honestly put in A tier. I think Vince is such an elite shooting guard, great offensively, has an amazing jump shot, really good dribble sigs, great at going to the basket, one of the best slashing shooting guards in the game. So I'm gonna put Vince Carter in that A tier category. I think Dwight Howard and Dirk both probably gonna be in B tier. Really good power forward cards. Dirk's great offensively, an amazing jump shot, 7'1" at the 4, and then Dwight Howard on the other side of things is an amazing defender, a super wide player build, super athletic card, all around a beast at the power forward position. And I think both these power forward cards gonna be in the B tier category. Dark Matter James Harden, I would say is probably D or C tier. He's still going to be a little bit undersized at point guard, but I do think he's slightly better than Curry just because of the offense he does bring to the table. Being a 6'5" point guard with a 6'10" wingspan, I think he's a little bit better defensively than a card like Curry. I think he's got an elite level jump shot with his release on very quick timing. He's now got the normal fade, which is really good. He's got elite dribble sigs, super unique compared to a lot of other cards in the game. So if you can get good with his dribble sigs and you really know how to take advantage with James Harden, he can be amazing on the offensive side of things. Dark Matter D-Rob, I think is going to go in B tier. Another great power forward alongside Dwight and Dirk. I just don't know if they're going to be in the A tier category. Patrick Ewing got to go in C tier. A really good center all around, stats and badges wise. He can also play power forward. It's just the jump shot that really does hold this card back, because on paper, if you don't look at his animations, he's a really good power forward or even center card. Like, he's got great size. He's an elite level defender. It's just his jump shot is super slow, and I feel like really does hold the card back. So Patrick Ewing for me personally gonna have to be in that C tier category. Taco Fall, I mean, he's most likely going to be, yeah, Taco Fall, he's got to be an A, he's got to be an S tier. 7'6" at the power forward position, 8'2" wingspan. I mean, the dude is still one of the more glitchy and just overpowered cards in the game that I do think Taco Fall is going to be an S tier auctionable card. Jalen Green, I do think also is going to be in the C tier category. Really athletic, great at getting to the basket. I just don't know if he's on that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander level. I do think Shai slightly better at the point guard position, but I would maybe take Jalen Green over James Harden. Really does depend what you like at your point guard position. More of like a 3 hunter in James Harden, or more of like a slashing athletic point guard in Jalen Green. Really does come down to preference. Galaxy Football Big Z, I think because of his size might be in the A tier category, just because he's 7'3" at the small forward position, right? Also can play shooting guard. He's 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan, and he is just such a mismatch and such a glitch and advantage at the shooting guard small forward spot. So I do think Big Z probably going to be in the A tier category. Nikola Jokic, 1000% going to be an A tier. He might honestly even be in the S tier category. Him and Ben Simmons very similar at the point guard position, so I will put him in S tier for now. Another 6'11", super tall point guard, but does have a way better jump shot. If you're looking for offense at the point guard spot between him and Ben Simmons, I think Jokic is the better offensive point guard, but then I do think Ben Simmons is the better defensive one. So once again, really just comes down to what you need at that point guard spot. Joel Embiid, I think is most likely going to be in C tier. I do think D-Rob, Dwight Howard, Dirk are just on that next type of level at the power forward position, but Joel Embiid is still a great card that you can really cook with if you know how to agree with his jump shot, and he's an amazing defender at the power forward position. Hero MJ got to be in the A tier category. I don't know if MJ's on that Nikola Jokic or Ben Simmons level, but I do think you got to put him somewhere in A tier just because of his defense, his slashing ability. He's got the KPJ base. All around, still one of the better point guards in the game. Dark Matter J.R. Smith, I would say is probably in between the C and B tier category. I think for now, I'll give him the B tier spot just because he's great offensively and does have a solid jump shot, but that's the one thing that I'd love to see upgraded on a future J.R. Smith card potentially is going to be his jump shot, because that's like the one flaw, at least in my opinion, with the card. Dark Matter KG, 1000% going to be at least in the A tier category. I do think he's like an upgraded version of Bill Russell, kind of like an AK and Bill Russell put together. You kind of get Dark Matter KG because he's got AK-47's offense with an amazing jump shot, good dribble sigs, and then you got Bill Russell's lockdown defense and great size to the small forward position, and he can also play shooting guard as well. Kristaps got to be an A tier. Another amazing giant center, 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan, has an amazing jump shot. I think Kristaps easily got to be in the A tier category, might honestly be an S tier. Kevin Looney, really good at the power forward spot. I would just take guys like D-Rob, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwight Howard over him at the power forward position because he's only 6'9", but he does have a 7'3" wingspan, really good defensive stats and badges, and also super athletic, but I think he's most likely going to have to be in C tier. Brook Lopez, I think is really close to being an A tier. I'm gonna keep him in B tier for now. I do think he's probably gonna be the second or third best center here, you know, in the top auctionable cards, because you got cards like, you know, Yao Ming that we'll talk about here in a second. Marc Gasol, I think, is probably going to be an A tier. I did put Luka in A tier as well. I think him, Ron Artest, Michael Jordan, all going to be in the A tier category. Luka can be the best point guard in the game if you really know how to take advantage of his dribble sigs and you're really good with his jump shot, which is the KPJ base and the Rudy Gay upper. He could potentially be the best point guard, but I would personally take Jokic and Ben Simmons over him. Yao Ming, easy S tier card, maybe the second best or the best auctionable card in the game. I think it really comes down, between him and Yao Ming and T-Mac. I think it really comes down to those two cards and maybe Bol as well. Mitchell Robinson, I would say probably C tier, really good defensively. I would just take Brook Lopez and Pink Diamond Peter over him. Manu Ginobili, I do think slightly better than a James Harden, slightly better than a Jalen Green, and I think he's going to be on the same tier as a J.R. Smith. Ron Artest, like I said, alongside Luka and MJ. Derrick Rose going to have to be the other card in D tier. He's still good offensively, a really good slashing point guard. I just don't think he's going to be that great in game compared to all of the other point guards on this list. You can still definitely cook with Derrick Rose. He's still a great option. Just compared to some of the best point guards in the game, I think he's going to have to be in D tier. Ricky Davis, I'm going to still give B. I think he's great offensively, has an amazing jump shot. I just don't know if he's on that Vince Carter, Big Z type of level at the shooting guard position. Scalabrine, easy A tier for sure. I think he's an amazing small forward, has a great jump shot, which is the Jonathan Bender release, but it's going to be on very quick timing. He's got the best dribble sigs in the game, perfect defensive tendencies, and all around great stats and badges. Thurl Bailey, I think is probably going to be either really high B tier or low A tier. I'm going to go B tier for now. I do think he's got great size at that small forward position. Tim Duncan going to have to be in C tier alongside a Kevon Looney, alongside a Joel Embiid. I think they're all going to be similar level power forwards. Tim Thomas, I might go S tier, but I'll keep him in A for now. I think I'm gonna go Tim Thomas in S tier, and then Wilt Chamberlain will round off the tier list, and I'm gonna have to put him in the C tier category. Just really don't like Wilt's jump shot. Does have a really good wingspan, but I think he's most likely gonna be in C. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my auctionable card tier list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.